Hi, passionate Rangers FC fans. Welcome to Rangers Update, your dedicated source for all things Rangers. Before we dive in, we want to express our gratitude for your unwavering support. If you bleed blue, don't forget to subscribe. Smash that like button and let's strengthen our community. Now, let's get into the latest updates. A hearty welcome to our new followers. Your backing means the world to us. What, P? Let's get to the news. The chat has been getting louder, folk. You ken how it starts. A wee mention on some obscure forum, a throwaway comment in a pub in Govan, and before you know it, the entire Rangers fan base is leaning over their phones, wondering if this could actually happen. Callum Wilson, a proven Premier League poacher, a lad who's been knocking them in for fun down south, suddenly linked with a move to Ibrox. Now, it's important they say right off the bat, nay official word. Nay fancy unveiling yet, but the whispers are ringing round faster than a Connor Goldson clearance. They're saying there's been chats, no just idle speculation. Somebody claims they have spotted his agent in Glasgow. Somebody else reckons he's been asking about schools for his kids in the West End. We've seen it all before, mind. Sometimes it's nout but smoke. But sometimes it's the first puff before the fire. And imagine it, Wilson in that royal blue, backed by 50,000 belters singing their hearts out. Folk are already dreaming of him being the man to fire Rangers. Tay title glory again, and the season's not even underway yet. The buzz has been building fierce across Glasgow, and it's no wonder the name Callum Wilson is suddenly on everyone's lips. Picture it, a striker with Premier League pedigree, a lad who's known for hitting the net when it counts, suddenly been linked to Rangers. Now, let's keep this straight. There's nay official confirmation, nay press release, just the kind of rumor that spreads like wildfire after a midweek match. Word is, agents have been spotted making discreet visits, whispers of potential meetings with club officials, and even some dodgy social media posts that hint at something big brewing. Fans are already getting carried away, imagining how he'd fit into Giovanni Van Bronckhorst's setup. Picturing him leading the line, causing defenders grief, and sending Ibrox into a frenzy. There's talk in pubs and online forums alike, every speculation adding fuel to the fire, and the anticipation is practically palpable. The excitement is mixed with that usual skepticism. Folk ken that football rumors can be nothing but smoke. Yet the idea of a proven goal scorer joining their ranks makes every fan dream a bit bigger. It's a story that feels alive, breathing through the city, and the potential impact is being debated endlessly. The more ye listen, the rumor, the more intriguing it becomes. Sources claim that scouts have been keeping an eye on him for months, tracking every run, every goal, every clever flick. Some insiders hint that he's been impressed with Rangers' ambition, that the club's plan to compete in Europe might appeal to a player looking for a new challenge. Others suggest that his current side struggles have made him wonder if a fresh start north of the border is what he needs, a place where he could become a hero overnight. The gossip paints a picture of secret conversations in hotel lobbies, confidential emails exchanged between agents and club directors, a quiet strategy developing behind closed doors. Fans are speculating on tactical fit, how his pace and movement could transform the Rangers' front line, and whether Van Bronckhorst would build the attack around him. The speculation has even reached international corners. Pundits down south are whispering that this could be a bold move, a headline grabber that would bring attention to Scottish football again. It's all tentative, of course, but the rumors' legs are long, and the excitement is growing with every passing day, fueled by social media chatter and local fan theories that just keep on multiplying. There's also the financial angle, which never fails to spark debate. Reports are suggesting that a deal could be within reach if certain clauses are met, if wages are negotiated cleverly, and if the timing aligns with a transfer window. Rangers are said to be calculating risks, weighing the cost against the potential goals he'd bring, and the revenue boost from shirt sales and ticket hype. It's a delicate balance, but insiders hint that the club's board is optimistic, that they see this as an opportunity to strengthen not just the squad, but the brand itself. The speculation includes imagined press conferences, hypothetical, unveiling ceremonies, and fan reactions that range from sheer elation to cautious hope. Even rival clubs are said to be watching closely, wondering how this move, if it happens, could shift the landscape of Scottish football. Every pundit, blogger, and casual supporter has their own version of events, and the city is alive with debate and anticipation. It's the kind of rumor that feels bigger than any single match, a story that's almost tangible, buzzing in every conversation, and even though it's still unconfirmed, the possibility alone is enough to have fans dreaming big. The social media storm has begun to swirl, where hashtags sprouting overnight, memes creating themselves, and fan accounts pretending to know more than anyone else. Some claim they've spotted him training in secrecy. Others insist he's been asking questions about Glasgow schools and local hotspots. Whether true or nay, it's the kind of chatter that keeps a rumor alive, that makes it feel as if something monumental is about to occur. There's speculation about his first game, the likely opponents, and even the goals he might score in his debut. Local pubs are buzzing with conversation. YouTube channels are cooking up opinion videos, and the city feels like it's waiting for a festival, all hinging on the possible arrival of one player. The narrative grows with every post, every retweet, every whispered conversation in corridors of power. People are weighing the tactical implications, the commercial sense, and the emotional boost he could give the fans. Even journalists down south are starting their report on it. Careful to note it's speculative, yet unable to resist the magnetism of the story. It's a perfect storm of hype, hope, and the kind of tantalizing uncertainty that football rumors thrive on, and it seems there's no end in sight to the chatter. Then there's the locker room angle. Even in imagination, fans can picture him walking into Ibrox, shaking hands with familiar faces and bringing a fresh energy to training sessions. Stories circulate about how he'd fit with current stars, about the leadership he could offer and the goals he could deliver when it matters most. Rumors suggest that some players have already welcomed the idea, hinting that his presence could spark a renaissance in attack, creating combinations that leave defenders breathless. There's debate about chemistry, about how a striker like Wilson might gel with the likes of Alfredo Morelos, and whether the tactical setup would change to accommodate his strengths. It's the sort of speculation that fills podcasts and fan forums, every scenario dissected and discussed in obsessive detail. Even rival supporters can't help but comment, predicting outcomes, questioning strategy, and wondering if this potential signing could tip the balance in Scottish football. The imagination runs wild. Dressing room banter, pre-match pep talks, the smell of grass and leather in the Ibrox Stadium, all painted vividly by fans and pundits alike. The rumor, though unverified, is already sculpting expectations, and it feels like the city itself is braced for change. Financial pundits are weighing in too, talking about the commercial potential, the sponsorship deals, the merchandise sales, and even the uptick in season ticket interest if the rumor proves true. There's an air of cautious optimism with insiders suggesting that a smart negotiation could make this a win-win. A player of Wilson's caliber, matched with a club hungry for domestic and European success. Rumors even hint at potential complications. Other clubs sniffing around, wage expectations, and clauses that could complicate negotiations. But the overall sentiment among fans seems hopeful. The imagination has already painted headlines, fan reactions, and even the celebratory scenes in pubs after his first goal. Every theory is debated, challenged, and reimagined in real time. A social experiment in anticipation and desire. The story grows with each retelling, a self-sustaining rumor that's more than a mere whisper. It's become a phenomenon, and while the official word is still missing, the narrative is already powerful, compelling, and enough to make any Rangers supporter feel the electricity in the air. The possibilities glimmering like the lights on Ibrox's pitch. Even the tactical blogs are getting involved, analyzing formations, possible lineups, and how a striker like Wilson could transform the team. There's discussion on whether Van Bronckhorst would adjust his midfield to feed him more, or if the pace and movement of current forwards would complement his style. Some insist the chemistry with certain wingers would be explosive. Others debate if the defensive balance could suffer. The beauty of a rumor is that it allows fans to imagine, without limits, the project dreams, hopes, and fears onto a story that may never happen. Every scenario is dissected, compared, and weighed, a mental chess game for supporters and pundits alike. It's not just about goals. It's about atmosphere, club culture, and the possibility of a narrative-changing acquisition. even casual. Supporters are drawn into the debate, commenting, sharing, and theorizing as if they have insider knowledge. The rumor, though intangible, has already begun shaping expectations, altering conversations, and creating a collective anticipation that feels almost tangible, as if the city itself is holding its breath, waiting for the next twist in this tantalizing tale of football speculation. As the rumor gains traction, every small detail is scrutinized. A passing tweet, a cryptic Instagram story, or an offhand comment from a pundit can send waves through forums and fan groups. The anticipation is almost cinematic, with supporters imagining the reveal, the first training session, the maiden goal, and the celebrations that would follow. It's a story that captivates because it teeters on the edge of reality and possibility. A delicious uncertainty that keeps folk talking, theorizing, and dreaming. Even though nothing is confirmed, the excitement is infectious. From casual conversations in Glasgow cafes to YouTube videos dissecting every angle, the rumor has become a narrative that demands attention. Fans are strategizing scenarios, rival clubs are watching, and the city hums with expectation. The story is alive, and the power of speculation has transformed a single potential transfer into a cultural moment that feels larger than life. A tale that could define a season before a ball has even been kicked. The rumor refuses to die down, and folk are now conjuring scenarios as if they were watching a thriller unfold in real time. Some insiders who claim they have spoken to people close to the club are hinting at meetings held in secrecy, backroom negotiations that could decide the fate of the transfer. They talk about Wilson's potential role, picturing him as a spearhead, a striker capable of changing matches on his own, breaking defenses with a single run or clever header. The speculation stretches the training routines imagined, pre-season drills, and how he might gel with current squad members who are said to be already excited at the possibility. Even fans far beyond Glasgow are getting involved, theorizing about tactical combinations, debating which formations would best utilize his skills, and predicting which defenders he'd torment most. Social media explodes with memes, hypothetical, starting X's, and imagined first goal celebrations, while journalists cautiously tiptoe around the story, careful to maintain the unconfirmed caveat. Yet the rumor feels potent, alive, a narrative that thrives on its own momentum. Each day brings fresh whispers, a sighting in a local cafe, a mysterious comment from a pundit, or a vague hint in the press, keeping the city on tenterhooks, anticipating the drama that might just unfold at Ibrox in the weeks ahead. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to get all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't overlook any details about your beloved team. It's crucial for Rangers FC fans. Talk of possible contract terms has started to filter through fan circles where imagined wages, bonuses, and incentives being dissected like a tactical analysis. Some suggest the club could stretch the budget. Thailand, a proven Premier League scorer, betting that the returns, goals, titles, and commercial gain would justify the outlay. Others warn of complications, rival clubs sniffing around, or conditions in the contract that might derail negotiations. The rumor thrives on this uncertainty, and the speculation is as much about what could go wrong as what could go spectacularly right. Fans are dreaming of late match winners, European nights illuminated by his finishing, and headlines declaring Rangers' resurgence in style. Forums and fan groups are alive with debate, where every hypothetical detail analyzed and reanalyzed. From his position on the pitch to potential partnerships with Morelos or other attackers. Even pundits who are normally skeptical admit that the story has a certain allure, a hint of the dramatic, the romantic, and the transformative potential that a player like Wilson could bring. The anticipation is infectious, spreading like wildfire through social media, local bars, and casual chatter, all fueling the narrative of a rumor that refuses to fade quietly. Locker room gossip, imagined or otherwise, is now being woven into the story. Fans speculate on how current Rangers players would react to his arrival, who'd welcome him, who might see him as competition, and which friendships or rivalries might form. The potential dynamics are endlessly debated, pre-match banter, post-training drills, and celebrations after goals. Supporters picture Wilson sliding past defenders, linking up with wingers, and sparking combinations that could redefine the club's attack. Even rival supporters can't help but comment on what his arrival might mean, pondering whether Scottish football could see a shift in dominance. The rumour acts as a stage for these imaginings, and the collective anticipation becomes almost tangible. Every speculative detail adds texture, imagined interviews, training ground scenarios, or tactical adjustments that could accommodate his style. The beauty of it is that it's all potential, unconfirmed yet thrilling, letting fans project hopes, fears, and wild expectations onto a story that may or may not materialize. The narrative grows wilder with every retelling, cementing itself as one of the most tantalizing transfer rumors in recent Scottish football memory. The European angle has not been ignored either. Rumors suggest that Rangers see Wilson as a player who could make a real difference in continental competitions. A striker capable of turning the tide in crucial Europa League matches. Pundits and fans alike imagine him scoring decisive goals against big European sides, taking the spotlight and elevating the club's status beyond domestic success. Speculative narratives include tactical tweaks, opposition analysis, and imagined press conferences where managers hint at exciting changes. Even the idea of him capturing headlines across Europe is enough to stir excitement among supporters, who fantasize about international attention returning to Glasgow. The discussion is thorough. Goals per game ratios, style of play, compatibility with current forwards, and how his presence could psychologically impact both teammates and opponents. Rumors also hint at potential interest from rival European clubs, which only adds urgency to the narrative. Supporters, pundits, and casual observers are collectively holding their breath, caught between skepticism and hope, while the rumor itself continues to thrive, feeding a vision of Rangers that's bold, ambitious, and potentially transformative. If even a fraction of the speculation comes to fruition, financial and commercial implications are being weighed in fan circles, with merchandise, shirt sales, and sponsorship deals thrown into the mix. Even though the transfer remains unconfirmed, supporters imagine the commercial windfall that would accompany a signing of Wilson's stature. Insider whispers suggest that club strategists are eyeing this potential as an opportunity to elevate Rangers' brand, both domestically and abroad. The rumor thrives on these imaginings, creating a self-perpetuating cycle of speculation and anticipation. Every tweet, every forum post, and every speculative news snippet adds fuel, making the narrative feel as tangible as an actual negotiation. Fans envision pre-match events, unveiling ceremonies, and the first goal celebrations as if they were already happening. The social media chatter is relentless, with every potential outcome discussed and dissected in obsessive detail. Pundits down south are also forced to acknowledge the story, albeit cautiously, lending it a veneer of legitimacy while maintaining the caveat that it's purely speculative. And in this swirling mix of hope, imagination, and conjecture, the story of Callum Wilson Rangers continues to capture hearts and minds, sustaining itself purely on the power of possibility. Tactical speculation has reached fever pitch, with imagined formations, positional analyses, and debates on how Van Bronckhorst might adjust the team. Fans theorize endlessly. Would he play alongside Morelos, replace him, or shift the entire attack to accommodate his strengths? Scenarios are created, adjusted, and reanalyzed, as if supporters are coaches in their own right. Every angle is considered, passing patterns, pressing responsibilities, finishing tendencies, and the excitement builds with each new post or video discussion. The rumor allows for a collective imagining, a sandbox where fans can experiment with tactical creativity and narrative flair. Even rival fans contribute, theorizing on weaknesses, counters, and possible defensive nightmares. The power of the rumor is such that it transcends confirmation. It exists as a shared dream, a series of what-ifs that bind the community. Together, fuel debates and inspire visions of Ibrox nights lit up with decisive strikes. Every imagined scenario adds weight to the anticipation, and even though there's no certainty, the narrative thrives on the possibilities, cementing itself as one of the most tantalizing, widely discussed transfer rumors in recent memory. The excitement also permeates the fan culture beyond tactical debates. Supporters discuss chants, typhos, and potential first match rituals designed to welcome him. Imagine scenarios involve stadium eruptions after his first goal, social media, celebrations, and even viral content that spreads internationally. Pubs, cafes, and online forums are filled with speculation, excitement, and debates on the potential impact of a player who, at this stage, only exists in the realm of possibility. The rumor itself has become an event, a cultural phenomenon that engages multiple layers of the football community, from hardcore analysts to casual supporters. Even the act of speculating collectively brings fans closer, creating shared narratives and communal anticipation. Every imagined goal, tactical nuance, or celebration is dissected, celebrated, and debated, reinforcing the story's presence in the fan consciousness. And while the truth remains unconfirmed, the rumor continues to thrive, fueled by imagination, hope, and the intoxicating allure of what might be, sustaining a level of engagement and excitement that few transfer stories ever achieve. As the rumor persists, every minor sighting or cryptic social media post is magnified, with fans interpreting them as hints of progress. Each report, however tenuous, adds another layer to the collective narrative, and speculation reaches almost fever pitch. The potential signing has become a canvas upon which supporters paint hopes, fears, and fantasies about Rangers' season. Imagine preseason matches, training drills, and early season goals dominate conversations, and the anticipation continues to grow. Even rival fans grudgingly acknowledge the energy surrounding the story, and pundits discuss it with cautious excitement. The rumor's power lies in its uncertainty, its tantalizing maybe, and the possibility that any moment could bring confirmation or disappointment. For now, Glasgow hums with anticipation, social media thrums with conjecture, and the city itself feels like it's waiting for an event that may or may not happen. The story of CALLUM Wilson Tay Rangers, unconfirmed yet utterly compelling, has transformed from mere whisper to full-blown phenomenon, capturing imaginations, sparking debates, and turning possibility into something that feels almost real in the hearts of supporters. Greetings, fans. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments section below. Until the next video, stay tuned.